got loads of strange stories we can tell about it. We've got one particular favourite, and that occurred towards the end of the Second World War. Now in those days you had to take an official guided tour around the church. A man came to York with his daughter. They joined up with the guided tour, and off they went around looking at various different things. As they wandered around the church, the girl left her father. She left the party. She walked alone across the church to the far side. When she got there, she kind of struck up conversation with one of the guides. What they were doing, they were looking at statues in front of them. The guide said suddenly, from behind these statues, a man appeared, stepped out from behind the statues and stood facing them. The guide said the man was a sailor, dressed in naval uniform. He looked very smart. He also looked ill. He was pale and drawn. As he got closer, the guide noticed his face was all wet. He was crying, very softly. The girl saw this man. She became very pale herself. She began to tremble and shake. The guide noticed she wasn't looking very well. He thought maybe he should go and contact someone, see if she was okay. By the time he made up his mind, this sailor had taken 2 steps forward. He now stood right in front of them both, blocking the guide's way past. He leaned forward past the guide, and he whispered something in the girl's ear. It turns out later he whispered, "There is a future state." The girl collapsed and fainted. The guide realised she wasn't very well and rushed over to the party. At that point, the man realised his daughter was nowhere to be seen. Must be her the guide was talking about, the girl that had fainted. So he came hurrying back with the guide. The guide left him and went searching for the sailor. He was quite annoyed. He couldn't see him anywhere, so he came back to where the girl was sat. Her father was there very concerned. She was telling her father not to worry, not to fuss, she was alright. What had happened was her own fault. What she'd done, she'd left the party, walked across the church, but only as far as the central tower. It's very high, she said, very nicely painted. She'd stopped to look, leaned over a bit too far, a bit too long, got a bit dizzy and fainted. She said, "Really, that's all that's wrong, don't worry, I'll be okay." Well, her father, reassured that all was well, went off to continue his look round. But the guide stayed with the girl. He was very puzzled. He said, "Well, that's not really what happened. Why didn't you tell your father about the sailor? He's obviously said or done something, he's upset you so much, you fainted." The girl told the guide a very strange story. The man in naval uniform, the sailor, was none other, she claimed, than her own brother, who at that point in time was miles away in the Mediterranean on manoeuvres with the British fleet. She explained how the family as a whole were a very close, loving family. Her brother and herself were very fond of each other, and whenever he came home on leave from the Navy, they tried to spend as much time together as they possibly could. They talked and argued about lots of different things. Last time he came home on leave, what they talked about for a long time, reincarnation, life after death. Was there such a thing? And if there was, what would it be like? Most of all, how could you prove it? Before they went back to join his ship, to settle the arguments, they made a promise. That promise was, whoever died first should in some way return and tell the other one if there was such a thing as life after death. The words they were going to use were known only to each other. They were going to be, "There is a future state." I believe she said something awful's happened. Why I didn't tell my father? I didn't want to upset him and Julie. 2 days went by. The guide discovered at that point the man and his daughter had returned home. They'd not long arrived home when a telegram came, telling the man that his son, the girl's brother, had been washed overboard, lost at sea, presumed drowned. The same day, the same instant, we believe, he appeared to his sister within the walls of this church. He was trying to tell her there was indeed life after death. One day they would be together again, that there is a future state.